This is for the sign of Cancer. Sun, moon, rising, and all that good stuff. Placements. Spirit, what do you have for Cancer? What does Cancer need to know and be made aware of? Y'all, thank you for joining me once again. I appreciate you sharing positive intent with me by hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, your comments. You know, I'm here for you as you show up for me. All right, Spirit, what do you have for the sign of Cancer? So the moon is in Cancer right now, so I'm gonna tap in. See what's going on. But you know what, Cancer, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I already know where this is going. I don't, have issues with my ego. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I know that these are spirit-led messages, and it was already working with me because, I'm planning out the sign readings in regards to where the moon is. So I was already in the energy. But Cancer, this has to do with you, premonitions. I don't even know if it's premonitions because I feel like it was an illusion for you, that you weren't aware of what you had stepped into or were stepping into at the time. But I believe now you are fully aware of someone who tried to warn you, someone who tried to tell you how this was going to blow up in your face. And I believe that's where you are right now is, wow, they really did tell me exactly what was going to happen, and it's happening, or it did happen. But you might owe that person some sort of apology because I'm not even sure if you received it. All right, Cancer. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, Spirit, what do you have for Cancer? Okay, my deck is upside down. What do you have for Cancer, Spirit? What do you have for Cancer? All right, y'all, that's plenty. That's plenty. All right, so we have the Queen of Cups. Okay. So, someone's all in their feels right now, the emotions. I feel like, if there was some sort of energy to where you had to take a step back and a pause for the cause, I believe that's what's happening now. Originally, it was shown to me as someone licking their wounds. So whenever someone licks their wounds, it's like they saw that they were potentially going to be in danger, but they still went ahead with it. So this Queen of Cups, I do feel like is in a place of healing right now because of what's, it's basically the aftermath at this point. Or if it's just kind of sitting alone, separating yourself from the crowd, the group, and possibly these were the people that you were warned about, or a situation you were warned about but did not take heed, or was in a place of, thinking that, this person could be right about what they're telling you, to be careful. But so this will be the overall energy of this reading, but I feel like it's just, just kind of sitting back and, appreciating the fact that what you put out is going to come back to you. Because when I say appreciating, I mean that, if you are showing up at this as this person who, you would have other people's backs, like you would have definitely, told this person that they should watch out or be leery of certain people that they're around or something. So I feel like that energy was reciprocated, but you just weren't in a place to receive it. But now it's kind of like, you know what? They really did have my back. But, I would have did the same thing for them. So it's making sense on so many levels for you right now. Cancer is what I'm feeling. All right. So the first cards to fly out were here. So this is the Nine of Swords. I hope the camera's not shaking. But if it is, I apologize. I have the Nine of Swords here, the Three of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Let's jump into that. I didn't put my little bracelets on here. Hold on just a second, y'all. Let me see what's going on with this energy, y'all. All right, so that Nine of Swords just has to do with despair, agony, just restless nights. And it, it's all about the thoughts consuming one, and they're not able to get a proper night's sleep. You know, that's very important for your health, not only, you know, your physical health, but your mental health as well. But it has to do with some sort of hurtful circumstances here with this Three of Swords. So it's kind of hard to process what is happening or did happen. And it's hard to kind of just, I'm hearing fathom. So it really has to be something to like somebody really like, you know, betrayed your trust is what I'm feeling here with this combination. Like, you know, with the Knight of Pentacles here in reverse, it sounded promising. Like it really showed like, on the outside that these people, you know, were good people, good-hearted. You know, they probably went to the best of schools for their education or whatever. You know, this has to do with them showing up in a certain field to where, you know, yeah, they know what they're talking about. They are accredited by this place, that place. You know, it really looked good on paper or on the outside, just with them just being open and just welcoming you in. I'm hearing to a cult. Because if this was a front runner and they had like, you know, specific people in place, you could have wound up at the mercy of, you know, these people who, you know, who I guess played with your emotions. They played with your time and your energy. But they're a collective. You know, this is what they do. So maybe that's why it was easy for that person to pick up on this, because it just seemed, to them, it just seemed like it was organized. Like, okay, that would make perfect sense if they show up and, oh, they're so welcoming and gracious. And yes, come join us. Come, you know, be with us over here. It's better over here anyway. Why are you even with those people? Because they don't understand, you know, who you are as a person. They don't understand your natural God-given abilities. And we do, because, you know, those people that, you know, the person that's saying we do this, vouching for the other members of this cult. Yeah, because they practice this together. They have experience drawing someone in and draining them dry. So I think you found that out the hard way, Cancer, because you were showing up willing to give and and they were willing to take. But that was, you know, the whole point. So what I'm hearing, whatever grievances you had, that's what they feasted off of. So if it had something to do that was a play on your self-esteem or a play on, you know, your value, your worth, and if they were, you know, on the outside of a situation looking into where you already were placed, then they were able to give criticisms based on lifting your mood or lifting, you know, your confidence. But unfortunately, it was for their gain. All right, Cancer, let me keep going. So, I mean, I was already channeling this energy, so I'm not surprised at all that it's here. These are spirit-led messages. So this Four of Swords in the reverse means being in a place for too long. So Cancer, if you're what I'm understanding here, if you're thinking about giving up on good people or giving up on, you know, a cause or a mission that you were really passionate about that had to do with you being lured into this circumstance, this cult energy, whatever this is, like it's not too late. So maybe by me understanding that, you know, I'm giving the information that it's not too late, possibly you're still in this situation and you don't know what to do. So now if you're thinking about becoming a Roman, as in Rome, you know, act like Romans, I don't know. Let's see what the message is here, because this what this kind of feels like, just kind of, and maybe that's what's going on here with this Nine of Swords energy, to where you're kind of questioning, you know, outside of what just happened or the circumstance, you would have said, hell no, I'm out of here. But the fact that you've already built rapport with these people, you know, you've shared pillow talk stories with one another, like it got really intimate, you know, to where there were conversations, there's adoration that has been built, all of that good stuff. But now you're finding out who the leader and leaders really are, who they really are deep down, because it's being done to you. But you're part of the group though. So I can understand how it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like you love the accolades that come along with you being associated with these people. I get it. But at the same time, you know that there's an underlying cause. I'm hearing mercy. Maybe mercy needs to be granted or given here for others who have yet to get caught up in this reproach. Is that the word or a word? I'm sure it is, but I don't know what that means right now, but that's what I'm picking up. I have to look that one up after the video's over. But it's like being part of the squad now. But it's strange because it's like it's possibly something you've always wanted to be. You always wanted to belong. You always felt a sense of wanting to belong to something, and now you have it. But you're just finding out that you don't rock like these people do. Like on a moral level, like you wouldn't stand for certain things happening, because it does feel like it's a little bit of shady business going on here. And you would not have known that had you not gotten close to these people like you have. But I think it's just a little too late, or either the prize is a little too good to kind of let go because you've always wanted this. Again, I'm saying. All right. So that I got all of that off of this Four of Swords reverse energy. Okay, now these cards were laying on their side, so I'm just going to run through them because it's a nice stack of cards here. So all of these cards by way of, the position on the side, it's neither in the upright or the reverse, so I have to consider both energies and then see, which one is the strongest for where we are now. Because it's going to be dependent on something. So this information here will have to do with either you go this direction or you go that direction. So the Six of Pentacles reverse is like finally belonging. I was already in that energy to where, things weren't fair in the past, or maybe you were like putting your grind in, but you weren't reaping the results that you thought that you should. Now, finally, there's some accreditation here because of these people or this group or cult. That Ace of Pentacles, it's like, yeah, like there are major opportunities here. So possibly they, have like a means of networking circuits, or, they're able to make magic happen. No pun intended. But without them, it's like, I wouldn't have these opportunities that I have if I were not with these people. Justice card has to do with, getting the balance that is necessary, and not even necessary, but it's going to be required at some point. So this Justice card can have a lot to do with, hey, you might end up taking the fall with these people, or you can bring account to, I guess, reveal what actually is going on. Like, when I said things are kind of shady, there's some shady activity, but these people are like fully accredited. Like you would never doubt, their abilities, their skill. But at the same time, when I said that earlier, you have morals though. So you kind of look at it sideways like, oh, I don't know if I would, do it that way. But okay, they're the experts here. But, I'm qualified too, but I don't have the same opportunities away from them than I do with them. And, being with them, it maximizes, everything for me. But, justice just has to do with, at the end of the day, it's still not right. Whatever it is that they're doing that about, you have full awareness of, because you've been allowed access in. All right, so the Two of Cups, that has to do with the partnership. So, maybe this has to do with, them. I don't know, y'all, because I wanted to say breaking up couples, but I don't know I'm just going to leave it at that, because I'm not even sure how that applies to every Cancer situation. But I will look at it as coming in and wanting to cause strife somehow, or friction. Maybe that's the technique that's used. Maybe that's a specialty here. that they come in and cause, friction, so that there is, one partner that they're putting bugs in their ear about something going on with them. It'll cause them to be dependent on them. Therefore, it's like, if this is like immoral activity, it's like to them, it's cha-ching, we got them. That's what I'm getting. World card, this has to do with either, cycles being completed or not. Are we going to have to do this again, learn the lessons again? And not to get confused with the karmic wheel, but, the world cycle is coming full circle. But if we're not quite getting full circle, that means we got, why are we stuck in one place, stagnant? And then we have to look at why. Why are we stagnant? What's going on that's keeping us from reaching our goal, which would be, the completion part of this card. Like, what else is there that I need to do or learn or be, or, I need answers, is what I'm getting with this energy. We have the Sun card here. So, the sun is always out, whether it's reverse or, in the upright. Same way, the sun's, always out during the day, but if there are clouds and, you won't be able to actually see the sun, but the sky is still illuminated, you can still see your fingers in front of your hand, even when the sun is not there. But, that just tells me that what you're seeing, your perception is real. Like, yeah, they are actually wearing masks. They are actually like, they may not be 100% honest about, what's going on behind closed doors or behind the curtains. If we're getting magician energy here, it's the illusion of it all. But for now, it's like everyone is, believing it. All the people that are coming in contact with this group, this cult, whatever this is, it's always putting them in a positive light or a good light, but you kind of know otherwise. You have experienced like, like the table talk, if we could call it that. So this is maybe another reason why you're kind of like in this Nine of Swords energy, or just wishing that, I heard corrupt. You wish they weren't corrupt, And with the Two of Pentacles, I'm feeling like, this is just the play on the balance of finding out, okay, so if I do leave this group that brings me the Ace of Pentacles, they're bringing me the Six of Pentacles here, the balance is coming, what am I going to do without them? Am I going to go back to my little struggle hustle that I had before them? And even if I depart from them, are they going to throw that magic on me because I left? Yeah, I feel like you're just contemplating, like, is leaving the right thing to do? And the Three of Wands is right behind that. Just being an expectation. But, that could be an expectation of good things or bad things in this position. Like I said, this energy is dependent on if you're going to go to the left or if you're going to go to the right. What's going to be your choice? But this Two of Pentacles feels like fear of, where's the money going to come from if I leave? Or are they going to try to stop my money because they think that now that I know who they really are they going to use that against me? Are they always going to be coming for me? Now that I hold their secrets in the vault. All right, so I feel like with this King of Pentacles, that's your major player, and then the High Priestess is right behind them. So yeah, this is the one who makes the magic happen. This is the captain. This is the leader. But this is the one who knows how to get the bag. They're the entrepreneur. They got the network of, people that can pitch in and support them, because they're under the illusion of that Sun card as well. They're a good person. Look at them. They wouldn't have all of that if they weren't a good person. But that's I'm hearing like a masquerade. Maybe they're a fun time when they come around. So nobody's even looking at, there's no time to focus on the bad, because when they come around, it's such an awesome time. It's such an awesome energy. It's such, to people who would not know any better, but you know better. Dang, what are they doing behind closed doors? that would have them showing up as, this very, prominent, successful person. But then the high priestess is like they're playing with the high priestess is like they're like, maybe it's I'm hearing all kind of stuff like mind control, magnetism, some sort of something with magnetism. But what's going on behind the red velvet curtain? Because that's what I'm seeing. All right, let me I'm gonna grab some clarifiers here. I'm gonna use my spellcaster's deck because this really has like esoteric energy all over it. So if we are talking about a coven of witches and you happen to be a witch as well, then you didn't realize, what all their witchy ways involved. You didn't, know that they were tapping into certain things that morally you would never do, but you know that they're doing it, but they're the good guy, right? But why are they tapping into such demonic energies, right? That's possibly what's happening here. Yeah. Spirit, what else do you have? But again, somebody dropped a bug. You were warned about this, Cancer. You knew about this, but you weren't focused on that because all it had was opportunity written all over it. So you didn't want to focus on that these people were going to eventually end up hurting you. What else do you have, Spirit? Anything else? Any clarifiers? That might be it, y'all. Okay, there it is. At the bottom of the deck, we had grieving. Grieving. I think that speaks for itself. And then we have love, but love was in the reverse. It is in the reverse. I just turned it over. So with the love in reverse, I feel like you, Cancer, have the compassion of 1,000 men and women, but their illusion is of compassion because they really don't care. But on stage, they love everybody. They want to help everybody. They want to share with everybody. But behind closed doors, they only have love for themselves. That's the King of Pentacles energy. And who can we abuse? Who can we manipulate? Who can we take advantage of? All in the name of love is what I'm understanding here. And that's not going to work because you already know the same way they're treating these people around them, you're going to get dealt the same hand. And then they feed you to the lions. All right, Cancer. Well, I hope this helps.